back it down. He's up here against the wall. Up here against the wall. He's against the wall, against the wall, against the wall.
I thought she did a good job, but just know where to go. I mean,
yeah,
not
just
so
that's
much
all that you can do. Is just hope, and you know, you can't, there's very little visibility. But Harvick still has a long way to go.
It's like,
look out, Danica gets turned
hard.
Danica Patrick, she was running 14.
Got a big wreck there.
Stenhouse is involved. The 10, Ricky Carmichael's involved.
So I was talking about, there was a lot of yellow bumpers in that group.
But what should I do?
Just come on to the pit. Just come on around here.
What a difference a year makes. What was the difference today for you?
Just, you know, we worked so hard on the car this weekend. We went from loose to tight to loose to tight with the same setup at times. So we worked really hard, and we did have a lot of practice time, which was good. It kind of confused us along the way, but my car was really good to start. Missed those lucky dogs like 3 more times, and then finally got it. And I asked Tony if he'd tighten it up, take a swing at it, not a little one, and he did. And thank goodness, because I was a little tight to start, but it allowed me to be consistent at the end, and it was 31/8 every lap. And you know, I was just able to be cautious and not overdrive, and it didn't mean I wasn't getting sideways down in 3 and 4, but it was a good day for the GoDaddy car, good day for Junior Motorsports, and yeah, I was hoping for a top 10 today. That was my secret goal.
Well, Tony Eury Jr.
Top 5, but we got a top 5.
Your crew chief told all of us he would have been disappointed if you didn't get a top 10. A lot of people go, really? Is that possible? Were you optimistic?
I was, because of last year, and then I didn't know what to expect coming into the race because I didn't, you know, qualifying wasn't perfect and practice was up and down, and so, you know, I thought, okay, we got a new car, maybe we just need to figure something out, but, you know, hopefully we can learn something so both Eric and I will both be up there come the next mile and a half, and we can run it.
Do you realize you made history yet again, girl?
Well, you know, leading the lap at Daytona was good, and that was good history, but I said then that, you know, I'm hoping to make a lot more.
All right, I think a lot of people took notice. She finished 4th, the highest ever for a female in NASCAR.
A driver kind of right in the middle of that experience list is on the pole for this race, Danica Patrick. If you're her crew chief, Tony Eury Jr., Andy, what are your instructions to her as this race gets ready to start?
Well, the biggest thing for this team is to stay on the lead lap and stay in contention to the end of the race. Don't take any chances. You have good instinct. She's done a good job at these restrictor plate races, and take care of the engine. Pay attention to that and try to stay out of trouble. That's what I'd be telling.
And we heard the conversation before the race about trying to get together with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the draft. Well, as the pole sitter, Patrick has the option to choose the outside lane. She has just done so on the pace lap, so she'll be lined up right in front of Earnhardt Jr. in that 5 car for the start in the draft.
Danica sideways.
Oh no! Into the wall. Caution's out. Second yellow of the day. Comes out a little shy of the halfway mark in the race. It is Patrick with some pretty heavy damage after going into the wall in turn 3.
Sounded like she might have got a little more help than what she was wanting as she entered turn 3 there.
'88 car, her Junior Motorsports teammate Cole Witt was the one that was in the vicinity.
Yeah, she was fading back, though, and looking for some help from her teammate. It's one of the problems with this style of racing is when you try to get those cars connected, it can, you know, sometimes it can go bad.
Yeah, that's I was talking about the tri-oval being a very loose part of the racetrack. Entering turns 1 and 3 too is where your car gets light. You just can't be bumping in these corners.
That is someone's shoe. And then here comes Danica. And bam, drop kicks it. And here is Danica's radio.
That I hit.
Okay.
See that? Window gets open because she carried too much speed into the corner.
She was able to hold on to the spot, though, and it looks like there's no serious damage.
Something's wrong with my steering.
Yeah, she is becoming preoccupied with things.
No, this may sound silly, but we didn't have this issue until the shoe went up underneath the car when she hit it. I don't see how that could have affected the steering.
Marty, I've hit everything there is to hit in this sport. I've never hit a shoe. And I'd love to play off experience, but I can't honestly say that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's a very, very unusual set of circumstances. But you see that she's leaving the window open here because she's making late apexes.
Listen to the Canadian crowd.
Yeah, he's still got to get off the corner. But the bottom line is that the tires are wearing, the brakes are wearing, and the car is going to fade. And Danica needs coaching here, regardless of what's wrong with the car potentially. She needs to be coached. Right here, exactly. Surrender the lead and get back into a rhythm.
So Jacques Villeneuve is going to make the hometown fans very happy here. He comes across the finish line this lap and will retake the lead. Now, we were talking about how eventful the laps have been. The shoe wasn't the last of it. While we were in commercial break, let's go back and show you what happened here. And you think this might be a bracket that held some of the weight into the car?
Yeah, so we'll hear Tony Eury Jr. comment about the tungsten rattling in the car. This is a bracket. Yeah, I think it's a cover. I think it's a cover, but it doesn't hold the ballast in the car.
Danica Patrick back on pit road.
We've had time to look at the video. What came out of this car was the wedge that sits on the truck arm, and what it does is establish the pinion angle in these cars. This is a great save by the crew. They recognized it when they changed the left rear tire. Danica gave great information. All they had to do was tighten the U-bolt, and she's good to go. That was a big save.